Hi, Ashley. So good to see you again. How are you?
I am great. I'm ready to do this social media discussion with you.
Excellent. Well, I put together a PowerPoint, so I'm going to go ahead and share that with you.
Okay, cool. Hope to see you this time.
Yeah, me too. Okay, you should be able to see it. Is that correct?
Yes.
Perfect.
I thought that was a pretty cool video. It's pretty much like a better visual of the link that she sent us with the digital timeline of social media. So I really like that because, when you look at the timeline she sent us, it was just a bunch of bullets and the little green boxes. But with that, sometimes you've heard of these companies. Well, I mean, I've heard of all those companies, but, for someone who hadn't, when they see the logo or see something else, then they might be, more inclined to say, oh, I know what that is. So I do like that video. It's
good.
Very cool. And I like how you started it. You said it's only 90 seconds. So I feel like even in the teaching world, that's what we do. We tell the kids, okay, you don't have to watch it for 18 minutes. It's not a 35-minute video made in 1982. Even with kids now, things we find online, it's just, okay, give me 30 seconds. So I thought that was kind of funny how you preface that. That's what we do.
That is what we do. The biggest thing I thought taking away from that was I liked how it showed just how much each company was worth and how many of the companies own the same different types of social media. Like Google owns a billion different things. And I just thought that was interesting that you kind of saw that within the video as well.
It's pretty crazy how someone has an idea and then it just explodes.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
just a right place, right time, right idea.
Absolutely.
So
so I can go ahead and share my article unless you want to jump in and share yours. Sorry. I did one more thing. I forgot. Another link that was posted on the site was just the top 10 websites that social media websites that teachers would use in the classroom. So I put this together and I was kind of curious which ones you've used before, which ones you haven't, or if there are any you.
Well, I didn't know there was a Minecraft EDU, which is pretty cool.
That's the one I was the most excited for, too. I want to check that one out.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've heard of all of them, but the only ones that I actively use are, I use FaceTime, which I guess is like Skype because we have all iPads. So I guess kind of like a Skype, and Twitter. Twitter's what I use every day. But Blackboard, my district got away with it or did away with it. And I didn't even know that, I didn't know there was Wikispace Classroom. So SumDog, my kids love that. My GT kids do that. And Edmodo, I've heard of that, but I haven't done it yet. So what do you do?
My district really pushes Edmodo, but I'm not really in love with it. So we've kind of gone away from it in my school. I've used Tween Tribune a lot because we're a career explorations magnet. So I'm required to teach journalism and broadcasting as well to my fifth graders. So we get a lot of our articles and things like that from there.
Are they student written?
No, they're not, but they're just geared for that age group.
Okay.
We use Skype a lot. I've used Wikispace's classroom in a college course before, but never in my own classroom. SumDog was one that I hadn't known about, so I'm excited to try that because I think my kids will really like it. And of course, I use Twitter.
Of course. I think we all do because we all have to do the hashtag.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I guess the other social media I use in my classroom is Newsomatic, and I talked about that last year. Yeah, and so it's like Tween Tribune, but I guess for not tweens, for 8-year-olds. Yeah. But yeah, they could talk to each other, all sorts of stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, mine like that one too.
Mm-hmm. So cool.
All right. So for my article, I read. It had the longest title ever. Social media in the classroom. Understanding its effective use for teaching and for teacher professional development, something like that. Really, really long. But basically, it was a study done in Canada. And she talked about the different types of social media, which I feel like we've kind of already talked about here. And then she talked about the positive aspects and the negative aspects of using them within the classroom. And some of the positive aspects of social media would be that it creates a community because learning is such a, you have to interact with people in order to learn. You're not that's how the best learning takes place. And social media allows you to do that. And it also it used to be you could just read and get the information. You never had an opportunity to respond. But now with social media, you can read, respond. You become the author, the creator. You can get feedback. So I thought that was really neat and interesting.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess to piggyback on what you just ended with, one of the articles, how do I see my, are you still there?
I am. Can you
still see me? Okay. Can you still see me now?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Do I have to turn off my screen share?
Oh, okay.
Do you want me
and then I hit my screen share, right?
I don't know. Let's find out.
I can't share while you're sharing. We can't share together.
Okay. Well, I stopped my share, so no.
Okay. Okay, now can you see mine?
I know, I just see you.
Oh, wait, now can you see mine? Oh, wait, select the window. See, we're still learning, which is the point of all of this, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Share screen.
Oh,
see it now? You see it now? My screen?
It's just black, but, oh, yep, got it. You're up.
Oh, okay. Let's see, which one is it? Is it, what were you saying? Oh, I found this. Oh, we're talking about sharing and all that other stuff.
Yeah. How we can become the authors and creators and read and respond.
Yes. Let's see. Well, in the article that I read, which was by PBS, and I don't think it had quite the longer title, it was just should teachers be using social media in the classroom? And basically, and I cited on the page, basically it talks about how, we are a part of a generation that they have a thought and they share it. They think something, they just tell it. They want to tell you everything that's going on. So one thing that the article talked about was we just need to teach them, just because you have a thought doesn't mean that you have to share it out. So while it is a blessing that, kids can read and respond, I guess it's our job as teachers to help them find that balance between reading and then what exactly to respond. Because once you put it out there, we all know you can't take it back. So
right, absolutely. Well, and that is one of the negative aspects of my article that she was saying. One of them is that digital footprint that the kids leave, and teaching them how to navigate that.
Mm.
Hold on. Okay. So that the personal privacy, once it's out there forever. So teaching the kids how to manage that, and then just being able to understand what that entails and how that's going to impact the rest of their life. I mean, obviously now as people are looking for jobs, their Facebook accounts are looked at, their tweets are looked at. Just Google a name. Thankfully, I have a very common name, so it doesn't matter for me, and you too.
Yeah. Ashley Jones, yeah.
Well, similar.
Really, I'm an actress.
But I'm a model, actually. So.
Oh, fantastic.
But eventually it'll get to the point where, and if they looked hard enough, they would be able to find stuff about both of us.
Mm-hmm.
So that is one of the negative aspects for sure.
Well, talking about the screen share you have up and how a cyberbully hurts, have you had any issues in your classroom or school with that?
I haven't yet. We just became a one-to-one iPad, and our school is very, very strict on privacy. We're the only school in our district that is allowed to have one-to-one iPads, and we can only use sites that they approve, and they don't approve anything that allows a student to communicate with another student. So it hasn't been an issue so far, thankfully. What about you? I know you only teach second grade, so I wouldn't think, but...
Yeah, well, in my classroom, no. I mean, one of the things we learned in our semester last year was, if you get technology, whose responsibility is it? And I, take complete responsibility of teaching my kids acceptable use and how to just be safe, not keep things from them, but just how to use it appropriately. But there was a middle school, I think about 10 miles away from my elementary school, and they actually had a kid who he killed himself last November, December. You can Google search it, just Georgetown ISD. But he was being picked on, he was being bullied, and it went to social media, and he couldn't handle it anymore. So, and there's some sort of app out there now. I've totally the name is blanking, but now you can even just send text messages without even having a number. So, I mean, I think the elusive of who's sending messages now is even scarier because, someone could threaten you and they couldn't even figure out who it was. I mean, they couldn't pinpoint the device or anything. And so that kind of makes me a little nervous, but
absolutely. That's scary.
But yeah, I hate that. Cyberbullying. I mean, And the article that I read too, let's see, if you go, let's see, screen share. See, look, we're getting this screen sharing. And then I will share with you. There it is right there. Share screen. And then right here at the top, can you see mine?
Yes.
It says, I found the quietest students in my class speak the loudest on social media. And that's just, one little part of this article. And I think they mean it in a positive way, but, anything could be spun positive or negative. But, it's just one of those things that, those quiet people, they keep it all bottled inside. And then it seems to be a bigger problem in the middle schools, I guess, more than elementary where we are. Not to say that doesn't happen, but I don't know. But on a positive with the social media to classrooms, we do get that opportunity to teach them, don't do this, like you said, your digital footprint. So,
right. And
God,
they're getting
another hat we wear.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, man.
I mean, overall, I think that social media is great, and it will eventually, it already has had a huge impact in my classroom, and I know that it's only going to continue to get bigger and bigger. And I think that in elementary, we're still even limited. Like, our kids can't have Instagram or Twitters or things like that. And like in a high school classroom, social media is endless. It would be so easy, or, so much more easier to be engaging and take that learning outside of the classroom with the use of social media.
Mm-hmm. Or even like Google Classrooms. Have you heard of those?
Yes, I'm not allowed to use them, but I've heard of them.
Me neither. I'm like, I could eliminate, paper, and we could chat with each other.
You could, yes. Oh my God.
Yeah, my district won't let us do it either. So I think that's kind of the problem where we all fall with social media, is everyone's so hypersensitive.
Yep.
So scared, you don't want some kid to get bullied or picked on or, anything on your device,
right,
your classroom. So let's just get it, but ban it all.
Too many things like that have happened already, that they're afraid to put the technology in the kids' hands and let them at least have a shot to do the right thing.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think it all comes down to the younger we teach them, maybe we can prevent this from happening.
Yeah.
But, like I read an article, and it's the same article that I just shared. It talked about, would you give the keys to a Ferrari keys of a Ferrari to a kid if they didn't know how to drive or something like that? And, obviously the answer would be no, but, I feel like you can't even say like that with social media. You have to say, well, they've built the car, and they know how to drive it, so it's like.
Yeah, very true. They know more about it than we do. It's in their everyday lives. My kids have Twitter accounts. I don't follow them. I'm not supposed to know, but they're like, oh, yeah, I have a Twitter account, Miss Miller. I have Facebook. And I'm like, you're not allowed, right?
They're like, I'm totally 13.
Yeah. I'm like, no, you're not. And they're like, well, my mom said I could. And I'm like, well, it's not it's your decision, but I know how to use the social media, and they're starting to learn the impacts it can have. So,
yeah. Well, I think we both agree that it's good and bad. I think it really is just happening so fast. Like your video showed, 90 seconds of social media that's exploded in 11 years,
Absolutely.
Hundreds and millions of things happening every second. So there's just not enough manpower to get any hold on it right now.
Right. Absolutely.
All learning.
Well, once again, we're on the same page as usual.
Team awesome. And that's what we are, brilliant. We're Team Brilliant.
We're Team Brilliant.
Okay. That's why we get it done.
All right. Well, thanks. Anything else you'd like to add? Or, I'm really happy with our conversation today.
Yeah, we just keep chugging along and don't quit. So.
All right. Fabulous. Well, thanks again, Ashley.
Yeah. Have a good spring break.
Okay.